Delta Force, 1st Special Forces Operational Detachment Delta. Delta Force is the United States Army's most elite and secretive counterterrorism unit. It operates under the Joint Special Operations Command and is considered a Tier 1 force. Its primary missions include hostage rescue, high-value target capture or elimination, covert intelligence gathering, and counter-terrorism operations in areas inaccessible to regular forces. Operators are extensively trained in close-quarters battle, advanced marksmanship, explosive breaching, infiltration techniques, and hand-to-hand combat. They are capable of securing aircraft, ships, trains, and other vehicles under hostile conditions. Modeled after the British Special Air Service, Delta Force is based at Fort Liberty, North Carolina, and is organized into 4 main operational squadrons, A, B, C, and D. Each squadron consists of 3 troops, 1 dedicated to reconnaissance and sniping, and 2 designed for direct assault missions. New members typically enter the assault troops before advancing to specialized roles. Highly skilled operatives may transition to the elite Black Squadron, which handles the most sensitive and classified missions. Delta also maintains its own covert aviation support unit that operates small helicopters, including aircraft disguised as civilian models, for rapid insertion, extraction, and clandestine transport. U.S. Army Special Forces, Green Berets. The U.S. Army Special Forces, known as the Green Berets, are specialized in unconventional warfare and operate under the U.S. Army Special Operations Command. They are often referred to as quiet professionals due to their low-profile missions. Core tasks include training and advising allied foreign forces, direct action raids, special reconnaissance, counter-terrorism, counter-proliferation of weapons of mass destruction, and information operations. Green Berets are organized into special forces groups, each responsible for specific geographic regions. 1st Group, Pacific. 3rd Group, Sub-Saharan Africa. 5th Group, Middle East, Persian Gulf, Central Asia, and Horn of Africa. 7th Group, Latin America, Central America, and Caribbean, and 10th Group, Europe. The National Guard maintains the 19th and 20th Groups, which focus on Southeast Asia and Latin America respectively. Each group operates through smaller detachments capable of independent missions in remote or hostile environments. 75th Ranger Regiment. The 75th Ranger Regiment is a premier light infantry force specializing in rapid, high-intensity missions. Primary responsibilities include airborne and helicopter assaults, direct raids, airfield seizures, personnel or equipment recovery, and augmenting other special operations units. Rangers frequently operate in support of Delta Force, providing perimeter security, quick reaction forces, or assault elements for larger missions. The regiment consists of the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd Ranger Battalions, each with roughly 600 soldiers, and the Regimental Special Troops Battalion, which provides reconnaissance, intelligence, communications, and selection course administration. 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment, Night Stalkers. The 160th Special Operations Aviation Regiment, also known as the Night Stalkers, is the Army's premier aviation unit for special operations. They specialize in low-level, nighttime, and precision helicopter missions. Their primary role is to insert, extract, and support special operations forces in high-threat areas. They operate specialized helicopters such as the MH-60 Black Hawk, MH-6 Little Bird, and MH-47 Chinook, equipped for precision navigation and attack capabilities. Night Stalkers also conduct aerial reconnaissance and direct fire missions. Intelligence Support Activity, ISA. The Intelligence Support Activity, often referred to as the ISA, is one of the most secretive U.S. Army units. It was created after the failed 1980 attempt to rescue American hostages in Iran, with the purpose of providing highly specialized intelligence support to Special Operations Forces. The unit operates under Joint Special Operations Command and consists of a small team of around 300 personnel. Its primary functions include human intelligence, gathering information through direct human interaction and ground surveillance, and signals intelligence, tracking and intercepting electronic communications such as phone calls, radio transmissions, and data links. The ISA also conducts surveillance to identify safe routes, enemy defenses, and hidden locations, Structurally, it is organized into administration, training, signals intelligence, human intelligence, and direct action elements. Its direct action teams, composed of Delta Force-trained operatives, are capable of executing high-risk combat missions when necessary. Cultural Support Teams, CST. Cultural support teams are made up of specially trained female soldiers who deploy alongside U.S. Army Special Operations Forces. Their mission is to interact with women and adolescents in regions where cultural norms prevent male soldiers from doing so. These teams are trained in cultural awareness, language skills, reconnaissance, survival, and information gathering. By engaging directly with local populations, CSTs gather intelligence, build rapport with communities, and facilitate mission success in environments where traditional male engagement is restricted. 95th Civil Affairs Brigade. The 95th Civil Affairs Brigade operates under the U.S. Army Special Operations Command and specializes in coordinating between military forces and civilian authorities during peace and conflict. Their missions include assessing civilian infrastructure, identifying resources that can support military operations, minimizing disruptions to local populations, and assisting with disaster relief and humanitarian operations. They are also involved in counter-narcotics activities and civil-military information sharing. The brigade consists of a headquarters and multiple airborne battalions, each capable of deploying rapidly to global crisis zones to work with both military and non-military organizations. U.S. Navy SEAL teams. The U.S. Navy Sea, Air, and Land teams known as SEAL teams are the Navy's primary special operations force. They specialize in maritime direct action missions, special reconnaissance, counterterrorism, and unconventional warfare. SEALs are trained to operate in sea, air, and land environments, conducting missions that range from underwater demolitions to urban combat. The Navy operates multiple active SEAL teams, each composed of several platoons capable of independent deployment. SEAL training, known as Basic Underwater Demolition/SEAL, BUD/S, is considered one of the most physically and mentally demanding programs in the military. SEAL delivery, vehicle teams, SDVT. The SEAL delivery vehicle teams are specialized SEAL elements that use submersible vehicles to transport operators underwater to their objectives. These missions often involve infiltration into high-security coastal areas, harbors, or enemy shores. SDVTs use dry deck shelters mounted on submarines and other specialized equipment to insert SEALs discreetly. Operations are typically conducted in support of reconnaissance, sabotage, and direct action missions. Special Warfare Combatant Craft Crewmen, SWCC. The Special Warfare Combatant Craft Crewmen are naval personnel trained to operate and maintain the high-speed boats that support SEAL missions. SWCC teams provide insertion, extraction, and fire support for SEALs in coastal and riverine environments. They are proficient in navigation, heavy weapons, and small boat tactics, often conducting high-speed approaches and evasions in hostile waters. DevGroup SEAL Team 6. The Naval Special Warfare Development Group, commonly known as DevGroup or SEAL Team 6, is the Navy's Tier 1 Special Mission Unit under the Joint Special Operations Command. DevGroup conducts the most sensitive and classified operations, including counterterrorism, hostage rescue, and high-value target missions worldwide. It recruits exclusively from experienced SEALs, and members undergo an advanced selection process beyond BUD/S. Pararescue, PJs. Pararescue specialists, known as PJs, are elite combat rescue operators trained to recover personnel from hostile environments. Their mission includes rescuing downed pilots, wounded service members, and civilians in combat or disaster zones. PJs are trained as paramedics and combat divers capable of parachuting, scuba diving, and mountaineering to reach isolated survivors. Combat Control Teams, CCTS. Combat controllers are trained to establish assault zones and coordinate air support in austere locations. They are qualified air traffic controllers who can operate in combat environments, setting up landing zones, directing airstrikes, and integrating air assets with ground operations. Tactical Air Control Party, TACP. Tactical Air Control Party members work alongside Army and Marine units to coordinate close air support, They are embedded with ground forces, calling in precision airstrikes, artillery, and other supporting fires during combat operations. Special Reconnaissance (SR). Special Reconnaissance operators replaced the legacy Special Operations weather technicians. They gather advanced meteorological, geospatial, and battlefield intelligence behind enemy lines to support operational planning. 24th Special Tactics Squadron. The 24th Special Tactics Squadron is the Air Force's Tier 1 Special Mission Unit under JSOC. It combines PJs, CCTs, TACPs, and SR operators for highly classified missions, often working alongside Delta Force and DevGRU in joint operations. Marine Raiders. The Marine Raider Regiment is the Marine Corps' primary special operations force under MARSOC. Raiders conduct direct action, special reconnaissance, foreign internal defense, and counterterrorism missions. The regiment consists of multiple battalions capable of deploying Marine Special Operations Teams worldwide. Marine Special Operations Teams, MSOT. MSOTs are small, highly mobile units within the Raider Regiment. Each team can operate independently for extended periods in remote areas, training partner forces, conducting raids, and performing intelligence-gathering missions. Joint Special Operations Command, JSOC. JSOC oversees the U.S. military's Tier 1 Special Mission Units, including Delta Force, DevGRU, the 24th Special Tactics Squadron, and intelligence support activity. JSOC coordinates inter-service special operations, joint training, and combined missions. It is responsible for some of the most sensitive military operations globally, often conducted in cooperation with the CIA and other agencies. Coast Guard Deployable Specialized Forces, DSF. The U.S. Coast Guard's Deployable Specialized Forces are elite units trained to respond to maritime security threats, counterterrorism, and high-risk law enforcement missions. These forces include Maritime Safety and Security Teams, MSST, Maritime Security Response Teams, MSRT, Tactical Law Enforcement Teams, TACP, Port Security Units, PSU, and the National Strike Force. MSRTs are the Coast Guard's closest equivalent to a counterterrorism unit, capable of boarding hostile vessels, interdicting piracy, and responding to weapons of mass destruction threats. DSF units operate both domestically and internationally, often in coordination with Navy and Joint Special Operations Forces, Psychological Operations Forces, U.S. Army. Psychological operations, officially known as Military Information Support Operations, are specialized units under U.S. Army Special Operations Command. Their mission is to influence foreign populations through information campaigns, propaganda, and targeted messaging. PSYOP soldiers develop and deliver information products, such as leaflets, radio broadcasts, social media messaging, and in-person engagements to shape perceptions and support U.S. strategic goals. These units are highly trained in cultural analysis, language skills, and media production. They operate worldwide, often in coordination with civil affairs and other special operations forces. That completes the detailed explanation of every Special Forces unit in the U.S. military. If you found this breakdown useful, consider subscribing and liking the video to support more in-depth content like this.